Happy lunchtime, everyone. This is Ellen Como at BalaCore Fitness Show on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I am here with
Danny Lou. How you doing today?
my partner in my business and on the show. So it's the holidays. I mean, I hope everyone's out there having a great time. I know there's party after party after party after party going on right now. Some people that I talk to are going to 2 and 3 parties in one night. They're just kind of scurrying all over the valley trying to figure out how to get to all the parties they've been invited to. I know we have 2 on Saturday we have to try to get to.
Right.
So it's a very, very busy time of year.
Yes, and it can be very stressful, and part of it is trying to fit it all in, and that's that, and then fitting in your fitness as well, and the nutrition especially that goes along with it that we talked about last time. So yeah, it is something that, it seems to come and happen all the time around Christmas and the holidays.
Yeah, and I want to remind everybody that even though it's cold, and I know we have this crazy awful weather coming in on Friday with a lot of rain and cold, when it's cold and rainy, more people get dehydrated than in the summer. Because the summer you're hot, you're thirsty, and so you're drinking a lot more water. But in the winter, because you're cold, you tend not to remember that you're thirsty and you need to drink. So, and then also if you're going to party after party after party, you're eating food at all these different parties, especially if they're at restaurants. And restaurants tend to use a lot of sodium in their cooking, not all restaurants, but most of them. And if you're not, and then you're having a couple cocktails and you're celebrating, if you're not drinking your water, you're going to start to dehydrate your body. And you'll notice that actually will start to affect the way you wake up in the morning. You might have trouble waking up in the morning. It might take you a little bit longer than normal. And then finally you get that cup of coffee and it's, you think it's going to make it all better, but coffee actually dehydrates you as well. So you have to make sure that you're doubling on your water even while you're hydrating on your coffee. And then also, if you've had cocktails the night before, they're also very dehydrating. So you have to make sure that you're making up that water and that overabundance of sodium that you might be eating. Again, more water. So make water one of the major things that you're doing right now while you're getting through the holidays, because it is a stressful time. It's a busy time, but you don't want to neglect your body in any way at all. And the most important thing right now, well, 2 most important things you could do is make sure you're getting your rest and make sure you're getting your water. And then exercise, of course, is very important right now.
And by the way, gut check, how did everybody do on their Thanksgiving? Because we gave some tips and advice. I know I didn't follow it all because I am also a gym owner, but I do like going to the gym, and I love to see the bodies that are changing over at BalaCore Fitness. But how do we all do in reality? I don't think anybody was, if you did great, but I think most of us did do a lot of eating and drinking, if it's, and overdoing it. So what we did right away, and even when we talked to our members, is that everyone did. It's what we talked about. You try to limit it, you do your best. Maybe you cut out one little thing, which we've always said, try to cut out one little thing. They felt happy, proud that they could cut out that one extra scoop of something. But they did overindulge, and they enjoyed their family and friends and that little bit of time. Now, they admit it, and they went right back to it and said, you know what, all right, I did it all, and now I'm coming back to work out. And if it's not at our gym or another gym, we just want you to get your bodies moving to have healthy bodies, is what we're trying to tell people to do.
Absolutely, definitely. And I know that the eating part is the hardest part around the holidays. I had one of my members yesterday at the gym telling me that somebody walked in with this whole plate of cookies, and I ate 7 of them. He had actually counted that he had 7 cookies. And I said, the fact that you counted them shows me that at least you're aware of what you're putting in your body. It's not very good for you, and even though that's a lot of cookies, but at least you're counting and being aware. So there's an awareness going on, and that's a good thing. If you're just eating mindless and not even being aware of what you're putting in your body, that could be worse. So while you're being bad, if you could just kind of be aware of what you're doing, and I don't want to say being bad, while you're indulging in the holiday season. I know from January to the end of November, I'm usually very, very careful about what I eat, about my weight, about how much I exercise, and taking care of myself. And then from December 1st to December 31st, I tend to be a little lax about what I'm eating. I have eggnog, which is very, very fattening. I will have maybe a little bit more wine than I normally would the rest of the year. It's kind of like that 1 month that I let things go just a little bit, but that doesn't mean I'm not getting my proper rest. It doesn't mean I'm not getting my proper hydration. It doesn't mean that I'm backing off on any of the exercise that I would normally do.
And what we had from the gym, that people did come in that, kind of did their own thing during the Thanksgiving holidays and then came back. But the light changed, and we talked about that it just, with a little bit rainy, a little bit, the dark changed, they just went home. So we even noticed the classes were smaller, but then about after a week, it kicks into like the body's starting to not, it's telling you need to be doing something. So the people came back to the gym, forced themselves to not go home, have that chicken noodle soup, pick up the Panera on the way home, and didn't even want to cook. They came to the gym, and everyone, 100% said, I felt so glad when I'm done with that class. And it's 1 hour or a half hour class, but it's moving and doing something. You got to just change that routine back to what it was.
Yeah, I've never ever heard somebody that walked in the gym when they're done say, I wish I didn't come today. I think in all my years of fitness, 30 plus years, I've never heard anybody say that. So that's something you're never ever going to say after a workout is, oh gosh, I'm so sorry I did that.
Okay, hold on. Last night when you did the chest workout with, what's it called? The laddering? What was the term we used? Primary.
Oh gosh. It was called periodization.
Easy for her to say, but that was a very hard workout that she did with benching, which you take it up and down in weights and up and down in the number.
We'll talk about that. We're going to take a break. We're going to talk about sequencing and form later in the show. But for right now, we're going to take a break. This is Ellen Como and Danny Lou on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. You are listening to the BalaCore Fitness Show here on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I'm Ellen Como, and I'm here with
Danny Lou.
Yes, and we're talking about the busy holiday season and all the parties, and you're trying to figure out where do we put our workout in? How do we figure exercise? I want to make sure, I'm going to be saying this a lot throughout the hour, make sure you're getting your hydration in, because everything that you're doing is counterproductive to keeping your body hydrated around the holidays. All of it. Stress even dehydrates you. So absolutely everything that we're doing around the holiday season is counterproductive to our hydration system and making sure that our bodies are properly hydrated. So water should be number one on the list of taking care of yourself. Also getting plenty of rest. Sleep seems to be a luxury around the holidays, and I've got to say, sleep tends to be a luxury in this country, and it shouldn't be. In my gym, when I'm teaching the quadrant of health, sleep is number one. Because if you're not sleeping and you're not taking care of your body, because this is a time for your body of rest, your cells to rejuvenate, it's time for you need sleep to be able to be good at anything. Some people need more sleep than others. Some people are okay on 5 hours a night. And then there's those of us who are the 8 to 9 hours and nighters that we need to keep us feeling good and with a lot of energy.
Now, one of the points that you're going over is the sleep. And that's the thing with such the busy days that we have, that you say, okay, I don't have time to work out. But if you, even if it's the half hour, 15 minutes, which you'll get into, but 90% of the people that I've talked to that come to the gym that now are picking up and doing that class that didn't do it before, say that they sleep better.
Yes.
So actually taking out that extra hour helps your body, mind, soul, spirit by being able to get you to sleep more by taking that extra hour out, adding it to your day.
Absolutely. It really does. It really does. And that's it too, with your timing being so short. I've heard so many people telling me, gosh, I don't even know when I'm going to fit my workout in, because you think the workout has to be that hour and a half, that whatever time that the classes or whatever time you normally go to the gym for. And I've got to say, you've got to take those minutes and throw them out the window right now. Just like completely get rid of them. If you have 30 minutes, you just get in there and do 30 minutes. I know in my class, if someone walks in 15 minutes late, we will, we just kind of tell them what we're doing. We get them up to speed and off they go with the rest of us. And they might only get 45 minutes. They might only get 30 minutes. We have started to add 30-minute spin classes or indoor cycling classes, and we've added my Build a Butt class, which is 30 minutes.
Build a butt.
Yeah, we're going to be adding also a 30-minute Absolutely class, where it's 30 minutes of your abs. So we're adding a lot of 30-minute classes, and we have those available at BalaCore Fitness Studio right now. But let's say there is an hour class. You can come in for 30 minutes. You just come in. A lot of the times, fitness starts with you just walking in the door. That's it. That's the most important part, because so many people out there go, oh gosh, if I get in my car, I'm running 15 minutes late, I might as well just not go. That's just the wrong attitude to have. It's not treating your body well.
And I think we're changing the the way people look at fitness. I think the reason I'm saying that is because before 5 years ago, 6 years ago, you went to the bigger gyms, and if you didn't make it to that class, by 8:01, let's say in the morning it was on the weekend, they would have their door closed and said, okay, next class. And that's not what we want, because our goal is for you to get healthy. You're paying the membership, you're coming here. So no matter, like last night, we had a woman, Pam, come in. It was 40 minutes after the class. So she got 20 minutes of a nice chest workout, and she went right into the cycle class.
Yes.
So it was great. She got like a full cardio, and then she got her body worked out. She felt great, went home, and couldn't move her arms. Just from that 20 minutes. So, just getting yourself there is there's the philosophy is changing. We want to welcome you if you have 10 minutes left.
Yeah, we sequence the classes for a reason all week. We don't just throw out classes out there. They're sequenced for a reason, Monday through Saturday, for different body parts, different things. Every hour is sequenced the way it is for a reason as well. But you can customize your workouts at our gym by saying, you know what, I'm going to go 30 minutes on this class, and then I'll stay for the 30 in this class. We allow for that. We actually welcome that. We welcome you to do that, because everyone has different goals. And although our different workouts are going to hit almost all your goals and are going to hit all your goals at one point in one way or another, they, at a certain, what you need, or you've talked to me and you know what you need. And it helps if you just walk in the door. So that's what it's, the first thing, just walk in the door. Once you get in the door, even if you're 15, 20 minutes late, get in that class, work really, really hard for that next 30, 40 minutes. At the end of the 40 minutes, in one of our classes, any of our classes that you come to at BalaCore Fitness Studio, you're going to be done. You're going to get what you need out of it. And, and also, if you're coming in, I've also had people tell me how I'm not going to be able to keep up with everyone else in the classroom. And I've got to say this, and I'm going to say this a few times today, come in at the level you are. Come as you are into these classes. Don't worry about what the person next to you is doing, and don't worry about the other person behind you and how much they're lifting. You do your class. You do the best you can. You go to your level. You push yourself when you're ready to push yourself. And everybody's going to know when they're ready to go to that next level. And there's a few people that will slack, and I can kind of tell the difference between the ones who are kind of slacking off and they can have more. I'll quietly walk up and hand you extra weight, or I might look at you and say, okay, give me 4 more, very quietly to those. There's other people that I know are pushing themselves as hard as they possibly can. So when you come into a classroom, don't be afraid to walk in the door because you can't do what everyone else is doing. Do your best, do what you can do, and do it the best way you can. And the rest will happen. The results will start to happen, and you'll see your body start to change. When we get back, we're going to talk about what makes an exercise effective and not effective. This is Ellen Como and Ellen Voodoo. I don't even know my last name. Ellen Como and Danny Lou.
Hello.
From BalaCore Fitness Show on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.